Got a little story for you guys called The Lighter That Calls Itself a Water Bucket. I found a lighter some years back, and alongside the side of the lighter, in permanent ink, were written the words, water bucket. I took it at face value and believed it was a water bucket. I kept trying to use it as one for months, though no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't quite get it to function as a water bucket should. I rather had some doubts as to whether it really was a water bucket at all. Then I figured out that by taking it apart and using only certain pieces, I was able to sort of make it work, though only in small doses and with a little uncertainty. It still seemed odd having to take apart a water bucket to make it function, and then at reduced capacity, but I still believed it to be a water bucket. Recently I saw these little raised letters on the underside of the water bucket saying BIC, capital B, little I, big C. I found this interesting and decided to do some research about those letters. As it turns out, they're a company that sells multiple daily use items such as stationery and shavers, sporting goods, and lighters. As it turns out, their lighters look almost identical and in some cases indistinguishable from my water bucket. At first I tried to say no, it couldn't be so. After all, it says it's a water bucket right there. It can't be wrong. It can't. I believe it is a water bucket because it says it's a water bucket, therefore it must be a water bucket. However, just to affirm my beliefs, I decided to indulge some more research. I was amazed that they were making these lighters in a fashion so similar to my water bucket, so I decided to look more specifically into these lighters, and the most amazing discovery was made. My water bucket was in fact a lighter. I was even shown complete diagrams from the big company detailing how they were made, and I was shown also that the words on my alleged water bucket were not only put there by another person, but that it could be done by just about anyone on any item. I was both shaken and a little uncertain. So many years of knowing that it was a water bucket, using it as a water bucket, telling others it was a water bucket, even having arguments and fights over what I called a water bucket, only to be shown that it in fact was not a water bucket. I still have tendencies to use my newly renamed lighter as a water bucket from time to time, as old habits are slow to change. But I have been very much helped because now that I know it's a lighter, I can use it the way it's meant to be used instead of my own dissembled needs. And secondly, I got a real water bucket that actually does what it's supposed to do. On a last thought, it also feels a lot better knowing that I'm not telling countless people that my lighter is a water bucket and wrongly encouraging them to turn something into what it is not. Yes, that is a metaphor. Enjoy.